Hey peeps, it's Tripl-L, and now let's talk about what I should have talked about a few days ago. Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars, chapter 205. So, this chapter is just pretty much the follow-up, how everyone's feeling after the big declaration of war from last chapter. And the chapter, this one actually does a lot. There's a lot of content here to pick through. Ultimately, I'm gonna say though, just because I want to get this out of the way, I am so happy that we are time skipping that whole month. I am okay if we get flashbacks to everyone's, I guess, training arc. It's a lot better than actually going through the training arc. You know, for Soma in particular, the cooking times, you know, they're not the best for me because I can't really talk about them that much. Like, once a chapter is fully dedicating to describing the food, there is not really much I can really weigh in on. But when it's like this, where it's just the story and the characters moving through, it gives a lot more to talk about. And the biggest thing I was kind of fearing was having to go through the process of watching more of the training arc. But thankfully, we just skipped all of that and we just went to it at the end. The last page is effectively the time skip, just 1 month. Now, anyway, the chapter does two things. First, it solidifies the bond of the rebels and just continues with Irina's development. And then secondly, it goes into Dojima's general feelings on the things that transpired. And I guess with Dojima's feelings out there, it just, I guess, puts the bow on the whole flashback arc. So let's talk about Irina first. It was absolutely adorable to see how she was hopped up on adrenaline. And then it was really nice how everyone just went back to normal, back to the competition of things. After Irina says she's going to be the first seat, that no, Soma's going to be the first seat. Ultimately, that's those, you know, it's the kids being kids. It's them being students, getting excited about life and, you know, really aiming to be the top. Now, one thing that I really do enjoy in that first little bit was them giving their passports, or sorry, not their passports, their student ID to Irina. I think that's a nice show of confidence, and it, like Soma said, it is a nice show of thanks for Irina for sticking up for them and I guess starting them off and training them up so that they could get into the promotion exams and pass. So ultimately, that whole segment is just there to tell us these guys are going to be okay. And then there's a little bit with Senzaemon that maybe he planned by, or at least to put Irina in the same group as Soma and Jochiro so that she could get inspired and she could feel that she could stand up to her dad. You know, who knows? Senzaemon is a very smart guy. Who knows what he's thinking in that head of his. But now the part that I really enjoy is Dojima's thank you to Soma. We get the flashback. We see just how he felt after I guess Jochiro left, and it was cool to see how Senzaemon came in and did save Dojima to a degree, giving him a spot in one of Totsuki's big establishments that we know is the resort, and ultimately seeing Dojima's rationale that he wanted to help people because he couldn't help Jochiro when he really needed it. Ultimately, I like his reasoning. And it was really funny when we actually see the phone call where Jochiro is filling him in on what he's been doing, or at least that he came back to Japan, he had a kid, and he does tell him, or try to tell him, that he works at Yukihira, but poor Gin isn't able to get it because it breaks up, and Jochiro, being the massive jerk he is, just hangs up. Now, you know, I just saw that moment and I thought to myself, how much trouble could have been avoided if Saiba just stayed on the line just to tell him where he actually worked. You know, it's just, you consider him and then you realize this guy, in the moment, he was probably super busy at the restaurant. But this is also the same guy who, when he's about to go to bed or when the day at the restaurant's over, he wouldn't bother to call his friend. He's way too carefree for his own good. Like, this isn't a redeemable quality. This is just a flat out a jerk quality. He's too carefree. But anyway, whatever. It was cool to see the actual segment and him saying that he's cooking happily again. That's good. That was that's a feel-good moment. It's really a feel-good moment. And it was cool to see the flashbacks from Gin's side as he was thinking about or as he met Soma. He heard Yukihira, he thought that was familiar, then he looks up Soma's records and finds out it's Joshiro's son, and ultimately him thanking Soma for I guess, bringing some light into his life, to Saiba's life. You know, it's a really feel good moment. Like at that point, the thank you was friend to a friend, because you know, ultimately I would say that maybe Soma's mom was the big thing that really inspired Saiba, but yeah, regardless, it doesn't take away from the nice moment, thanking Soma for being Soma and thanking him for making Saiba happy again. Now, with the time frame, I do wonder, is Soma's mom alive at the time of that phone call? Is Soma's mom still alive in general? Like, we assume she's not, but we still have no idea who this lady is. When are we gonna find out who this lady is, man? Like, we just went through the flashback and we don't know. We just jumped to Jochiro's happy ending where he has a kid. Man, it'd be something if Jochiro just adopted Soma. But no, I think they're fully unrelated. Regardless, you know, I'm excited for the next little bit of Soma, but I still don't know. When are we going to get the confirmation of who Soma's mom is? When are we going to find that out? So that means, look, as long as Soma's mom isn't, I guess, revealed, it's pretty much guaranteeing there's going to be a dramatic moment to warrant a flashback to who Soma's mother is. And until we get that flashback, we have to assume there's going to be still trials and tribulations. I want to know who she is, man. Even a little hint would have been nice. But you know what? Not the point. The chapter, I really enjoyed it. I really love the chapter. I think getting this little flashback is really what sold it for me. It was a feel-good moment and it executed well. So guys, let me know what you thought down below and let's see it there. Till next time, I hope you have a great day.